Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I took a break from working. A lot of progress is being done in my backyard and my side driveway and all that kind of stuff that's going on. So when it's done, I'm going to give you all a tour. But I wanted to go ahead and show you all my big house generator. You've seen it before because I did a quick review of it when I first got it. But it just happens that a few days ago, on the day of my jail sentence, right, from YouTube, on that same day we lost, no, actually the night before, we lost power. And the first, I don't know, about 12 hours or so, I ran my house with my solar generators. But then once we learned how many people actually lost power in our area, I decided to go ahead and convert to my house generator, which you see right there. Let me see, right there, and run my house on that. And we were out of power for almost 3 days, about 2.5 days. And I ended up running this generator here, and I'm going to pull it out in a second to show it to you. I ended up running it for just shy of 48 hours. I think it was like 47 hours, 46 hours, something like that. And I wanted to show you how much gas I went through running this thing straight. I'm going to say for 2 days straight. It might be an hour shy of 2 days. But I ran this generator for 2 days straight. It ran my entire house, including my water heater, everything with the exception of running the washing machine or the dryer, because the dryer uses a lot of watt. It uses like 3,500 watts or so. So I was pretty much able to run my entire house, everything, without skipping on anything that we normally do, with the exception of the washer and dryer. And ladies and gentlemen, this generator is a beast. And the reason why I'm doing this now is I think it's still on sale at Costco for like $699. I bought the one that I have here, I don't know, 2.5 years ago maybe or so, and it was on sale for like $5.99. But you know the prices have gone up on pretty much everything. But I think $6.99 is a great price for this generator. Let me go ahead and pull it out a little bit so that you can see a better view of what it looks like. But first, let me show you how I've got it connected to my house. Karma, you want to say hi? Okay, sit. Karma, come here. Come here, girl. Sit. Speak. Good girl. Good girl. Are you excited? All right, that's Karma for you. All right, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I've got it in this little tent. And next year, I'm going to build a solid structure. And this little tent here is right next to my house. It's about 5-6 feet away from my house. And you can see this right here. This is a power cord, a 30 amp power cord that is hooked up to my house's electrical circuit. So when I did my electrical, I went ahead and put a 30 amp circuit in there that accepts this cord, this power cord, and therefore I am able to actually feed electricity through this to my house and run my house during a long-term power outage. In my case, a 2-day power outage for me is kind of long-term because it's actually the longest we've ever gone without power, like 2.5 days. So all we do is hook this up to the generator, and there's a few things that you have to do inside in the circuit breaker panel. I'm not going to get into that because that's not what this video is about. And if you don't do it right, you can get hurt or somebody else can get hurt. So you'll have to do that research on your own. But let me go ahead and pull out this generator, or at least enough where I can show you what it looks like and what features it has. So this here, ladies and gentlemen, is it. This is the Firman T07571. And this is a tri-fuel generator. It works on gasoline, it works on propane, and it works on natural gas. So normally when I run this on gasoline because that's the easiest thing to run it on, in my opinion. But it's nice that it works on propane because propane pretty much lasts indefinitely. And as you can see, it has a whole bunch of connections. It has your garden variety 20 amp outlets. It's got 2 of them. It's got your RV outlet. So this is usually the one that you use for an RV. This right here is the 30 amp outlet that I use to connect to my house. And then it's got this outlet as well. And I do believe that this outlet you can use to like do welding. This is a 120 or 240 volt outlet. I believe that's what it is. I've never used it before. Probably never will, unless I get a welder or something like that. As you can see, here are the different wattage capabilities depending on what kind of fuel you use to power it. So as you can see on gasoline, this can run 7,500 watts constant with a 9,400 watt surge. Now, being that I'm only using 30 amps to go into the house, that's only the equivalent of about like 3,600 watts, which is half of the total capacity of running watts, which in a way is good. Because I know that if I'm running everything inside my house that equals up to about 3,600 watts, then I know that I can come out here and actually connect to this and either help a neighbor out or connect to the 20 amp outlets and use these outlets to go ahead and power up like my solar generators. As you can see, it has an electric start. It comes with an AGM battery, which is pretty awesome. And the reason it's pretty awesome is because AGM batteries you can leave outside up to like -60 degrees and it won't hurt them. And as you can see here, everything is pretty easily accessible. That's your oil dipstick right there. When you want to take the oil out, that is the plug right there. It comes with an 8-gallon fuel tank, and it has a fuel gauge right there, which makes it very handy. Lets you know exactly how much fuel is on it as long as you're on a level surface. So like I said, these 3 containers right here, and that yellow container, I actually have gasoline in it. Since I am upgrading my fuel storage for my heating fuel, I'm going to convert all of these yellow containers here to hold gasoline instead of fuel oil. All right, because I'm actually adding more fuel oil for my heater than what I normally have. So I'm going to go ahead and put gasoline in my yellow containers instead of fuel oil. And now I know that every single one of my containers has gasoline in it and not a mixture of one or the other. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the other side. I forgot to say that it does come with a connection with a regulator for your LP. It also comes with a heavy duty power cord that you can use to connect to a whole bunch of different outlets. Here's the pull. I've never actually started with this except once after I got it to make sure it works. It works just fine. But like I said, it has an electric start. And here's your air filter, which is very easily accessible. This right here has to do with when you're using either natural gas or propane to power it, if that is what you're using to power it. It comes with nice heavy duty wheels, which are hard wheels. They're not air filled. Or they're not air filled, right? And this, in my opinion, is just a great generator. I ended up using this a couple of times during the winter where we lost power for more than 4 hours. And I came out here at like -20, -30, I believe it was, when we lost power last time. During the winter, that is, not this last time, the last few days. And like I said, it started right up. That's Chief over there. Dropping some stone or dropping some gravel. He's widening my driveway right now. But like I said, it started right up, ladies and gentlemen, at -30 degrees. Now let me show you what I did with this tent real quick, just to make sure that if it ever gets so cold that maybe it doesn't want to start, that I can at least get it warm in there during the winter. So as you can see here, I insulated the inside of this tent. And obviously here, this is my snow blower, which I have to get fixed this summer. But there's insulation in every wall on this tent except for the floor. And the reason I did that is because I thought that maybe if it gets too cold, where maybe it doesn't want to start, I could go ahead and put a small heater in there for a few minutes and just bring the temperature up enough to where it will be above 0. And as long as the temperature is above 0, it should start just fine. And I have a door that I made for this, and it's right here. So I just take that and I put it in the front, cover it in the wintertime, and then I roll down this zipper door, and that's where it lives until I need it. And of course, I always keep these gas cans right here, except for when I'm running it. When I run it, I take them out, and then I go ahead and start it, do all my things, and then I put it back in there after it's all done. Well, that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got something out of that generator deal. So let's figure that that generator ran for about, let's say 45 hours to make it simple. And we used 15 gallons of gasoline. So about 1 gallon of gasoline for every 3 hours that it ran, and that was for it running the entire house. All right, so like I said, I hope you got something out of it. As you saw there, as you're seeing right here, this is Chief finishing up widening my driveway. Nothing fancy, just making my driveway a little bit wider. And like I said, once he finishes everything that he's going to do for this year, I'll go ahead and give you a tour of everything. Having said that, I hope that you have a great day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.